Yeah, it looks like we're live. You guys will notice there's a package on my desk. Yay, package! And I set up this camera in a most precarious way, so hopefully it doesn't fall down while I'm busy having a chat here. Let me just set up my YouTube chat quickly, so that I can see if someone is actually in fact talking to me. Custom browser docs, YouTube chat. Change that with a Control V, and we should be good. Yay! Apply. Cool. Alright, I suppose we can go to a large screen. Full disclosure, the package that we got here is something I've ordered for a friend of mine. It's not actually mine, so that's why spoiler in the title. I'm technically not the first person to guess that, to get this device. It's a friend of mine's. But he did ask that I do an unboxing. So I literally stopped opening the package after opening the lid to make sure it wasn't a half brick that was in there. And that's where I stopped, and I put everything back together again. So like I said, full disclosure, we're sort of a half unboxing because I've gone halfway into the box already. But I mean, to be fair, this is just to make sure that nothing was stolen. That was the plan. And then I could make a video. I actually wasn't going to make a video. I was going to send him some pictures, but he said I should make a video, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I mean, I suppose unpack it out of the sleeve here. Hopefully the camera's focus doesn't mess around too much. You can see the box got a little dinged, but it's not the end of the world. And we'll pop this guy open quickly. Huzzah! Hey, it's a Mr. Pi retro gaming board, and this is very cool for the simple reason that when we're dealing with these things, you get different kinds of emulation. Mostly you get ROM emulation, but what the Mr. Pi does, it actually uses something called FPGA technology. If I remember correctly, it's a field programmable gate array, which doesn't emulate games. It actually emulates the hardware that the games run on. So you can imagine that the technology for something like this is of a nature that it would go and say, well, look, you've got a Mega Drive. How can I, make circuitry that is akin to a Mega Drive? And to this end, people have built cores to do this. And this device, or actually the forerunner to this device, was something that could do that. Why I say the forerunner is because Taki Udon was one of the guys who brought this to the fore. So the reason this is here is because he basically built it together based on what we call the DE10 Nano development board. So the DE10 Nano development board was originally used to make the Mr. Gaming consoles, and those he then, I want to say cloned, but he did a better job than just cloning it. He changed a couple of things, including the power supply, which now is USB Type-C. So those are all things that are interesting. I guess we can get it out of the box here now. So let's just do that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mustn't put anything too rough down on the table because I've got the very jank camera set up. Hopefully it doesn't fall down, but we'll all get a good laugh if it does, so I guess that's fine. Alright, so very iPhone-y experience in that the box slides nicely open. Yep. There we go. Alright, so there's our Mr. Pi goodies. This is very cool. This is akin to the sort of Mega Drive, or was it Mega Drive? I think it might have been Master System that actually used this square block design on a lot of their cartridges and a lot of their covers. So that might be where they got the inspiration for something like that, which is quite neat. Let's take a look. See, I just want to check something here. Alrighty, something is a bit odd going on here. Just double check something. And reload that page to see what's going on. Yep, everything's fine. Okay, cool. And this actually took a long time to get here. But I mean, we're patient people. In South Africa, the postal service isn't particularly fast. So if I go through here quickly and take a look at the tracking and time that we placed this order, if I take a look at the day I placed this order, it was placed on, there we go, November the 19th. That gives you an idea. And this arrived today. So I mean, we're talking, nearly 2 months. Well, not really that long, but quite long. So the tracking for something like this was quite fun to watch, because when we were looking at the details for things, it managed to leave China and get here quite fast, quite quickly. But things slowed down considerably as we got closer towards, the holiday season, like Christmas, that kind of thing. So I mean, that obviously, slowed things down a lot. And that was the order date. The parcel information was only really received on the 12th. I mean, sorry, the 6th of the 12th. So it was really just a month of getting to South Africa, and then sitting from, let's say, where was it here? From where was it? The 28th of the 1st. Sitting in South Africa, and then from there, actually that was the collection date here. Arrival at processing center. Yeah, okay, cool. The 23rd of the 12th. That's when I knew it was this side. And then after that, we had local track and trace, and then I could see, okay, cool, the thing actually arrived at the post office, and all was fine. So I mean, like, you could see where it was traveling in from the air, etc., and whatnot. So I mean, it wasn't like nothing was happening. It was just a bit slow. But I mean, let's get into things here quickly and take things out. So they got this, very, very cool packaging. I like to see this kind of stuff. This is the normal paper packaging, and inside here. And now, bear in mind, I've already seen this, so I'm just going to gingerly open up the package. At first, I thought it was just the cable. This is a very, very sturdy USB-C cable, by the way. This thing weighs quite a lot. It's very, very sturdy. And then something I didn't notice when I opened up the package first time around, there's actually something in here. And I don't know what this is. I have no idea. I'd have to find out. And it does say Mr. on there. There's a little thing, and it says snack. So I'm guessing this is a snack adapter of sorts. I don't know if that's at all visible. I wonder if I can get close enough to show. Probably not. I'd have to set up the camera to focus, but it says snack adapter on there. So that's part of the package. We'll pop it down over there quickly. Alright, so we got our cable, we got a snack adapter, and then in this side there is a NES snack adapter. Or is it SNES? I think this is SNES. There we go. So the connector for this thing looks like that, and that's a Super Nintendo. There we go, Mr. SNES Revision 1.0. So that's a SNES snack adapter, and it's nice because even on over here they've got the actual name of the device on the silk screen, which is cool. Alright, so we've got those. Okay, cool. And then we've got the box goodies inside. Ooh, okay, another more iPhone experience. Let's take it out. Zoop. Alright, and that's where we got our Mister. I was convinced we got the blue, and then I realized afterwards, no, the blue was a special order. So here is the normal acrylic clear shell one, and I'm going to pop this out quickly. Already assembled. Alright, so there we are. Frosted acrylic Mister. Over here we've got the reset button, the OSD button, and the user button. Everything put together. We flip this guy over to the side. We can see USBs there. So we've got USB 4, USB 3, USB 2, and then ADC input, which I'm assuming is audio sound. Okay, back onto this side over here. We've got the VGA out, HDMI out, 2 more USBs. And then our power. Oh, there's the audio. Okay, so I actually don't know what this one is. I'm gonna have to find out. Like, this is all new to me. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm gonna have to learn as much as my friend who now owns this. So it's gonna be super interesting. We're gonna get into this stuff, and it's gonna be great fun. Here's the snack port. So I'm assuming that's where you go and put your adapter into, so you go and stick this guy into there, presumably, and you then have Super Nintendo controller compatibility. It's Super Nintendo, yeah. Alright, so we pop that guy back down there. And then this side over here, You're gonna have to excuse my computer. It's telling me I'm running low on storage space. I'm not really sure why, but we will check that out later. Oh well, something is in fact eating away my storage space here. I wonder what it is. Yeah, got no idea. Let's quickly go over here. Take this guy away and pop it somewhere else. Maybe we'll make ourselves a little bit of space. Perfect. Alright, there's a couple of gigs worth of space now. Keep quiet. Anywho, so back to this. I wonder if maybe OBS is using space as a temp folder. Regardless, we'll carry on. Here's our Ethernet port. Here's 2 more USBs over here, and then there looks like a micro USB on the side. And this is all. It's quite heavy, you know. And there's a fan obviously in the middle over there. Like I said, this is going to be very much a learning experience. Flipping this guy over, you can kind of see the bottom. And just bear in mind, this entire device costs less to import, even with the 603 rand import tax. Then hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? Manas. Yeah, I just started this thing, and I mean, obviously, you know, I'm gonna maybe edit it down to something that's a bit faster later. But you're welcome to look at your new acquisition. So I've started up already and did like a live unboxing, but I'll post this guy up again and then show you what it looks like. But it really is nice to the touch, dude. This thing feels really nice, and hefty, really hefty. So yeah, they reset OSD and the user button. So yeah, I'm wondering what you're going to connect this thing to, buddy. Are you going to use a normal CRT, or are you going to go and connect it to HDMI? Oh, I see they've actually pre-installed it looks like a Samsung micro SD in here. So you might actually be good to go right off the get-go, brother. You might actually just be able to plug this in and start straight away. But I would still advise you to maybe just look at the Taki Udon video. Yeah, so I mean that's quite cool. I didn't know that they were actually gonna put a precompiled card in there. I mean that's very nice of them. But yeah, it's much nicer than I thought it would look, dude. I'm kind of jealous, man. but soon, you know. But soon. Yeah, so things are looking pretty nice. Yeah, I'll show you again here the Super Nintendo snack port. So this guy you'll be able to, I think, stick in the side over here, like that, and then you can use a Super Nintendo controller natively. And why that's important is that these consoles will then take the input faster from something like a SNES controller to a SNES core faster than what a regular USB controller would. And I know that sounds really funny, but that's the way these things work. If you're doing something via FPGA, it's always going to try and run the same way as the original hardware would. So if you have things with clock speeds and what's the other, like inputs that were native to the system, they're going to run faster than something that needs to be changed up or changed down to a specific thing. So like if you're using USB, for instance, it might actually, like a USB controller might actually be slower, the inputs might actually be slower than using the snack adapter, which is made for the core. So that makes a big difference. Yeah, they got some of this friendly packaging over here in the way. But that's it. That's what you got. That's your kit. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get you going straight away. The one thing that you'll need is obviously a decent power supply. So you need to hook up at least a relatively decent power supply to this guy, and then you're basically good to go. You can pop in either a controller, a USB-based controller, or the SNES controller straight away to this thing, and you should be fine. Gaming with ROMs you legally own, you know. So that's very cool. I'm very happy to see all the connections though. Now, the imminent release, or rather the scheduled release of the other devices, has just happened a couple of days ago, and I've ordered one of those. So it's very likely I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that one also. Um, but this is going to be a learning experience for my friend and myself. Things are looking good, dude. Look at this box. I got your nice little box. Everything has a very nice premium feel to it, which is very cool. Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, I don't know very much of these things. I will experiment a bit. Prices again, I mean, you know, the DE10 Nano board on its own is in the region of about 4,000 Rand. So to put that in perspective for you guys, that would be the middle piece of this thing, right? Just that, okay? That they're charging for locally for 4K, all right? And you get all of this after taxes and import for the same. So it's a little nuts that that Taki has managed to make it this affordable. It's really quite impressive. We're really quite thankful to him. Yeah, dude, you're gonna cook with this thing. I can see it now. Like, I know you're gonna like go scratch on a dude's house somewhere and like go and say, look, man, don't you have a CRT monitor for me? Unless you already have one. Yeah, dude, worth the money, worth the money. I mean, imagine for a moment that this little box can do everything up to PlayStation 1. I mean, the next time you'll have to buy something like this, we'll be like old men. You know, I mean, like that. Not we're young men now, but we'll be super old men, and it'll be able to do stuff like, well, not this one, but the next FPGA cores will be able to do things like maybe Dreamcast and the Naomi boards. You know, so eventually, you know, we'll get to those ones. But I mean, this is going to keep you gaming for a long time, especially me. I can't wait to put this thing up and play, you know, the Mega Drive version of Golden Axe with optical sound, man. It's going to be nuts. 5.1. Okay, we won't get 5.1 surround sound with those things, but really good quality stereo sound with some ridiculous 5.1 speakers and an optical connection. I mean, and correct timing. You know how we used to listen to the music on the arcade and on the Mega Drive consoles, and they would always sound wrong. I can't explain that. How it's going to be now, where they actually sound right. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, and I'm not gonna cook for you, bro. This is all yours. I'm not touching this. You're gonna have to watch the videos, and you're gonna ask me questions and things, and I'm gonna say yay or nay. This is your gumbo, dude. This is not my gumbo. You're gonna have to cook. But anyway, I'm gonna rebox everything for you now. Obviously, I won't put them back into your very cardboard-looking busted cardboard. But yeah, and then you can pick this guy up and cook with it, dude. I mean, it really feels very premium. You're gonna be like pretty surprised, like me as well. And I mean, like, I don't have many people chatting here other than you. But if you folks do have any questions or anything like that, you can always drop me a line. Retro stuff. We're going to be doing this, and then the other one that we're going to be doing is the new console, which is interesting. Let me just take a look at when they're going to be doing fulfillment and what. Let's go to our web page. There we go. There we go. Okay. So they don't have an estimated date for delivery just yet. Nope. Yeah, the Superstation Founders Edition will be coming through in a similar sort of time frame, probably sooner than the 2 month space, because we don't have holidays to deal with. There's no Christmas holidays to deal with, so it might be quite a bit sooner. Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. Anyway, that's all for now. Like I said, if you guys have any questions and things, just drop a like or a question my way, and I'm probably going to end up retooling this video just a little to give a bit of a faster sort of breakdown of what's going on here. Cheers.